The human bought an off-grid cabin for solitude, then discover a fierce alien warrior caged below. Aiden Carter's boots crunched on the soil of Epsilon Eridani B. The planet loomed vast, twice Earth's size, its forest wild and untamed. In 3055, he chased silence after years of war. Battles had left scars on his soul. He hiked through dense woods packed heavy with gear. Alien trees towered high, leaves shimmering violet in the breeze. A weathered cabin appeared in a clearing. Its worn planks promised refuge. Aiden pushed the door open. Dust swirled in faint light. He settled fast. Mornings meant foraging, plucking berries from thorny vines. Afternoons, he hammered nails into cracked walls. Tools scraped against bolts. Normalcy felt strange, almost good. Muscles ached from work, not combat. Yet memories slipped in. Unpacking, he saw fallen comrades' faces. One battle burned vividly. Explosions ripped the sky. Screams rang out. He'd patched wounds under fire. Too late for most. Guilt twisted like a blade. Why'd I make it out? Fixing the floor, a hollow thud stopped him cold. He tapped again, heart picking up. A loose board hit a metal hatch, scarred by energy blasts. Blackened marks streaked its surface. What the hell? He grabbed his flashlight, beam slicing the gloom. The hatch groaned as he yanked it open. Stairs dropped into darkness. Cold air hit his face, smelling of rust and decay. His boots echoed down the steps. Something rattled below. The beam caught Nyara, chained to a wall. Light purple skin gleamed with sweat, gashes crisscrossing her toned frame. Fuchsia eyes flared, weak but fierce. Tattered black armor clung to her, torn yet sturdy. She growled low and raw, like a cornered beast. Aiden froze, pulse hammering. An alien warrior, locked up down here. His scar itched fiercely. He scanned for traps. Nothing. Her eyes burned into him, pure defiance. "Who are you?" he muttered, voice catching. She spat words, harsh and guttural. No sense to them, just anger. Her chains clinked as she strained. Blood dripped from a cut. Aiden's medic instincts kicked in. "Easy, I'm not here to hurt you." He raised empty hands slowly. Her gaze didn't soften. He dug into his kit, pulling bandages. Approaching felt like walking into a trap. She tensed, muscles taut. He cleaned a gash on her arm, gentle but firm. She hissed, eyes narrowing. "Stay still, damn it." He wrapped the wound tightly. Night draped the cabin. Aiden sat by the fire, flames crackling softly. Helping her was right, but risky as hell. His scar burned, old fights whispering. He stirred the logs, sparks drifting. The forest hummed outside. Solitude wasn't safe anymore. Below, Nyara drifted in fever. The human blurred in her haze. Another hunter, maybe. Memories flooded. Her kin chased across stars. Raids leaving only ash. Her fist clenched tight. "Not again," she rasped, voice barely audible. Aiden buried the hatch under dirt. No one had found it easy. He checked her vitals again. Her breathing steadied, slow and even. A shaky truce took root. This was no simple hideout now. Morning light filtered in. Aiden brewed tea from local leaves. Steam rose in curls. He sipped, eyes on the trees. Stars faded above. His quiet life had been shattered. Nyara stirred below, waking to his footsteps. He brought water, offering it silently. "Drink, you need it." She took it, wary, eyes locked on him. "Don't expect thanks," she growled, voice rough but clear. Days blurred. Aiden carried trays down, meals simple but warm. Nyara tested her chains, strength creeping back. Her eyes tracked him, curiosity mixing with caution. One evening he lingered. "War broke me," he said, voice low. "Lost 500 in one fight. Quit after that." His words hung heavy. She stared, silent. She broke free one afternoon, chains snapping. She lunged fast. Aiden dodged, grabbing her arm. "Whoa, hold up!" He twisted, no harm done. She froze, breathing hard. Not bad, she muttered, a grudging nod. Respect flickered in her eyes. They traded words next. Nyara pointed to a cup. San, Aiden echoed clumsily. San. Got it. Trust started small. Outside, leaves moved wrong. Aiden paused, tools down. A faint hum buzzed like scanners. Trouble was close. At dusk, he spoke raw. Guilt's eating me alive. His failures spilled out. Nyara listened, walls cracking. Hunters took my clan, she said, voice soft with loss. Just me left. Pain bound them closer. From the trees, a scout's lens glinted. Coordinates beamed to a ship. A target was set. They ate upstairs first. Food passed in quiet. We're in deep now, aren't we? Aiden said, half smirking. Nyara nodded. Hope you fight better than you talk. Partnership sparked, fragile but real. The forest held its breath. Aiden scanned the dark. Shadows loomed heavy. The forest hummed with secrets. Aiden rose early, sunlight filtering through alien trees. Nyara's presence below shifted everything. He carried a tray to the bunker, steam rising from the broth. Her fuchsia eyes tracked him as he descended. Brought you something hot, he said, setting it down. She nodded, chains clinking softly. Her strength was returning fast. She sipped the broth, wary but steady. Gestures filled the silence where words failed. He pointed to the spoon. What's this called? She rasped. Veth. He repeated it, mangling the sound. She smirked faintly. Nyara tested her bonds daily now. Her fingers traced the chains, probing for weak spots. Aiden noticed her sharp focus, warrior instincts alive. She watched his routines, chopping wood, boiling water. Curiosity softened her glare. He caught her staring once. What, I got something on my face? She snorted, looking away. Her armor, though tattered, hugged her frame like a second skin. Strength radiated from her, even chained. One evening, Aiden lingered in the bunker. Firelight flickered above, casting shadows. I'm done with war, he said, voice low. Last fight took 500 souls one day. I couldn't save him. His scar itched as memories surged. Explosions echoed in his mind. Screams of the fallen. Nyara's eyes softened, just a fraction. She didn't speak, but listened. He left the bunker quieter, her gaze lingering. Days later, Nyara broke free again. Chains snapped with a sharp clank. She lunged, testing him. Aiden sidestepped, quick but calm. Hey, easy now. He caught her wrist, gentle but firm. She pulled back, breathing hard. You're fast, human, she muttered, almost impressed. He grinned. Not my first scrap. Her lips twitched, a grudging respect forming. They stood, tension easing like a held breath. Language lessons started small. Nyara pointed to the wall. Kren, Aiden echoed. Kren, wall, got it. She taught him sharp, guttural sounds. He shared human words, simple ones like fire, sky. Clumsy exchanges built a fragile bridge. You talk funny, she said once, smirking. Look who's talking, he shot back. A laugh escaped her, brief but real. Outside, the forest felt wrong. Aiden paused while splitting wood. Leaves lay disturbed, tracks too precise. A faint hum buzzed, like a scanner's pulse. Something's out there, he muttered, gripping his axe tighter. Nyara sensed it too, her eyes narrowing from the bunker. Her senses were sharper than his. Danger crept closer, unseen but heavy. In the quiet of dusk, Aiden sat by her side. I carry 'em all, he said, voice raw. Every soldier I lost. Eats me up. His hands clenched, scar burning. Nyara tilted her head. My clan's gone too, she said softly. Hunters burned our homes. I'm the last. Her voice cracked, just once. Loss wove their stories together. He nodded, no words needed. From high in the canopy, a predator scout crouched. His lens zoomed in on the cabin, red light blinking. Coordinates streamed to a distant ship. Target acquired, he whispered into a comm. Aiden's home glowed in their crosshairs. The forest held its breath, betrayal in its shadows. Nyara's strength grew daily. Aiden brought her upstairs for the first time. They sat by the fire, sharing bread and dried fruit. "So, we're stuck together, huh?" he said, half joking. She chewed slowly, eyes on the flames. "Till they come for me," she replied, voice flat. He leaned forward. "Then we plan. Fight smart." She nodded, a spark of agreement. "You better not slow me down, human." They talked survival, voices low. Aiden sketched traps on a scrap of paper, tripwires, choke points. Nyara pointed out weak spots, her mind sharp as her blade. "Your kind fights dirty," she said, almost amused. "Learned it the hard way," he replied, smirking. Partnership took root, tentative but solid. The cabin felt less like a hideout, more like a base. Aiden stepped outside at dawn, scanning the trees. The hum was louder now, a steady pulse. He checked his old scanner, its screen flickering. Faint signals danced across it, encrypted and cold. "They're close," he told Nyara back inside. Her eyes hardened. "Let 'em come." Her armor gleamed in the dim light, patched but fierce. Aiden checked his rifle, ammo low but ready. The forest loomed, heavy with threat. Their alliance tightened, forged in shared danger. Dawn broke over Epsilon Eridani B, casting violet light through the forest. Aiden led Nyara into the woods, their steps quiet on mossy ground. Her senses caught hidden trails, ears twitching at faint rustles. She pointed to edible plants, their leaves glowing faintly. "These won't kill you," she said, tossing him a spiky fruit. He caught it, grinning. "Good to know." They moved as a unit, gathering supplies. The forest felt alive, its whispers hiding threats. They stumbled on an alien outpost, half swallowed by vines. Crumbling walls bore faded glyphs. Nyara traced one, her voice low. "My people hid here once, ran from hunters across 3 systems." Her eyes darkened with memory. Aiden nodded, scanning the ruins. "Long chase," he said. "Never ends," she replied, kicking a broken panel. History hung heavy, their shared fight growing clearer. Back at the cabin, Aiden showed her human tactics. He crouched, demonstrating a flanking move. "Hit 'em where they're blind," he said, pointing. Nyara mimicked him, her strikes precise but brutal. "Your way's slow," she teased, spinning her salvaged blade. "But smart," he chuckled. "Keep up, then." Their drills blended her ruthlessness with his strategy, a dance of trust and skill. A crackle broke the rhythm. Aiden's scanner buzzed, its screen flashing red. Encrypted signals pulsed from orbit, sharp and cold. "Trouble's coming," he muttered, checking the readings. Nyara's eyes narrowed. "How many?" He shrugged. "Enough to worry." They doubled their pace, urgency tightening their moves. The forest seemed to shrink, danger closing in. Nyara sat by the fire that night, her armor patched. "They caught me in a raid," she said, voice steady but edged. 20 ships hit my shuttle. Locked me here." Aiden leaned forward, firelight on his scar. "Why you?" She hesitated, then shook her head. "Later." He didn't push. Her half-truths hinted at deeper stakes, but trust held firm. They fortified the cabin at dawn. Aiden strung tripwires through the trees, their lines nearly invisible. Nyara rigged energy barriers from bunker scraps, their hum low and steady. "These'll slow 'em," she said, testing a switch. Aiden nodded, hammering stakes. "Gives us time." Their hands moved fast, building a fragile shield. The forest watched, silent but tense. An elderly scavenger approached, his scales glinting dull green. "Heard whispers," he croaked, eyes darting. "Militaries testing warriors. Bad stuff." Aiden shared a look with Nyara. "Testing what?" he asked. The old alien shrugged. "Heard they hunt for blood." He shuffled off, leaving unease. Nyara's jaw tightened. "They're close," she said. Aiden gripped his rifle. "Let's be ready." From the scavenger's view, the pair sparked hope. He'd seen the frontier's despair, camps of broken souls. Aiden and Nyara stood differently, Fighters, not victims. Their cabin glowed like a beacon in his weary eyes. Word of their stand spread quietly, a ripple through the oppressed. Night brought nightmares for Aiden. He thrashed in sleep, war's echoes clawing his mind. Blood and screams filled his vision, comrades falling. He woke, gasping, to Nyara's steady gaze. She sat across the room, firelight on her purple skin. "You fight ghosts," she said softly. He nodded, catching his breath. "Always will." Her presence anchored him, their bond deepening in the dark. Dusk fell heavily the next day. A drone buzzed low, its lens glinting red. Aiden spotted it first, signaling Nyara. They moved as one, silent and swift. She leaped, blades slicing the drone's core. It crashed in sparks, circuits smoking. Aiden checked its remains, face grim. "They've got our location." Nyara's eyes burned. "Then we hit first." He nodded, checking his ammo. The scanner flickered, signals growing stronger. They returned to the cabin, steps quick. Aiden cleaned his rifle, its barrel gleaming. Nyara sharpened her blade, sparks flying. "How many do you think?" she asked, voice low. "More than we want," he replied, loading clips. The forest's hum turned sinister, a pulse of coming war. Their alliance hardened, ready for the storm. Shadows stretched long, hiding hunters in their depths. The forest stirred at midnight. A low rumble shook the leaves. Aiden bolted upright, rifle in hand. Nyara was already at the window, eyes glowing faintly. "They're here," she whispered, blade ready. A stealth shuttle pierced the canopy, crashing into branches. 5 armored hunters dropped down, boots thudding on soil. Their suits gleamed black, visors scanning. Plasma rifles hummed to life. The assault began swift. Aiden and Nyara moved like shadows. They flanked from opposite sides, silent steps on moss. The hunters spread out, comms crackling low. Nyara struck first, eyes blazing fuchsia. Her energy blade hummed, slicing through the lead hunter's guard. Sparks flew as armor split. He crumpled, gasping. "Take him down!" Aiden hissed from cover, firing precise shots. His marksmanship shone from behind a fallen log. Bullets cracked the air, dropping 2 foes quickly. One helmet shattered, another chest plate buckled. His heavy jacket singed from glancing plasma, heat searing his skin. "Hot, damn it," he muttered, rolling to a new cover. Nyara danced through the fray, blade a blur. Hunters fired wildly, bolts scorching trees. Chaos reigned in the clearing. Nyara leaped, tackling a hunter mid-stride. Her blade plunged, but a shot grazed her side. She grunted, blood seeping purple. Aiden saw it, heart skipping. "Nyara!" He dashed out, dodging fire. Mid-battle, he improvised a dressing, ripped cloth from his sleeve, pressed firmly. "Hold still, just a sec." Echoes of old wars flashed, hands steady under pressure. She nodded, pain etched but fierce. The survivors regrouped, firing a volley. Aiden pulled Nyara behind a trunk, shot splintering bark. One hunter tapped his wrist, transmitting data. Nyara's biosignature beamed to their base, a glowing ping. "Got the mark," he snarled into comms. They retreated fast, vanishing into shadows. Smoke hung thick, the forest scarred. Aiden and Nyara emerged cautiously. One hunter lay wounded, armor cracked. They dragged him to the cabin, binding him tight. "Who sent you?" Aiden demanded, rifle aimed. The hunter spat blood, visor cracked. "The organization wants her biology, serums for strength." Nyara's eyes narrowed. "What serums?" He laughed weakly. "Enhancements. Makes warriors unstoppable." Fragments spilled, their pursuit laid bare. From the hunter's view, chained and broken, Nyara loomed prized. Last of her kind, resistant to their tests. Experiments failed on others. Bodies twisted. She was the key, a specimen worth fleets. His mind raced with lab horrors, her value burning bright. Defeat stung, but the data sent meant more would come. Aiden paced the cabin, adrenaline fading. "We can't stay here," he said, voice tense. Nyara nodded, wound bandage. Caves nearby. Better defense. They debated quickly. Pros of high ground, cons of exposure. Agreed, he said. Pack light, move now. Their next step set, urgency pushed them on. In the quiet aftermath, Nyara sat against a wall. Her voice softened, rare vulnerability showing. I'm alone in this, she confessed, eyes distant. Last survivor. Weights crushing. Aiden knelt beside her, scar twitching. Not alone now, he said gently. We're in it together. Her words hung poignant, loneliness shared in the dim light. They scavenged the battlefield at dawn. Fallen hunters yielded weapons, plasma rifles, grenades. Aiden tested one, recoil strong. Boosts our fire by 30%. Easy, he said, slinging it over his shoulder. Nyara grabbed a scanner, its tech advanced. This'll help, she muttered, pocketing clips. Arsenal upgraded, they felt stronger. The forest smoked still, a warning of wars to come. They hiked to the caves, packs heavy. Aiden glanced back at the cabin, flames licking its frame. They'd torched it for cover. Nyara led the way, senses sharp. Deeper in, she said, entering the mouth. Echoes bounced off walls, cool air wrapping them. They set up camp quickly, barriers at entrances. Rest while we can, Aiden said, leaning against the stone. Nyara nodded, wound aching. Their bond tightened, forged in first blood. Shadows deepened in the cave, hiding them from eyes above. The cave's chill sank into Aiden's bones. He crouched by a dim lamp, Nyara across from him. Her fuchsia eyes glowed faintly, reflecting pain and resolve. She leaned forward, voice low but steady. They're not just hunter, wait, she said. Military group, testing biostimulants of my kind. Aiden's jaw tightened. What kind? She hesitated, then spilled the truth. My blood makes a compound, boosts strength. I'm the only one left. Her words landed heavy, a secret unveiled. She described the lab, voice raw. 12 warriors died there, tortured in experiments. I escaped, barely. Her fingers traced scars hidden under armor. Aiden's mind flashed to his own horrors, battlefields soaked in blood, screams of the dying. That's why they want you, he said, connecting the dots. We'll shut them down, all 3 sectors. His vow burned fierce, their fight now shared. They hacked a scavenged device, its screen flickering. Data scrolled fast. Plans for a force of 50 troops targeting Nyara. Aiden cursed under his breath. Big crew. Nyara's eyes hardened. Let 'em come. They studied the plans, mapping weak points. The cave felt smaller, walls pressing in. Time was running out. Footsteps echoed outside. Aiden grabbed his rifle, Nyara her blade. But it was no enemy. Refugees, ragged and wary, stumbled in. A woman with silver scales spoke first. Heard you're fighting the hunters. Her voice held desperate hope. Aiden lowered his weapon. We are. Got intel. She nodded, sharing predator movements, patrols circling closer. Join us, Nyara said, surprising Aiden. A brief alliance formed, strength in numbers. From the refugees' view, Aiden and Nyara were legends whispered in camps. Their stand against the predators sparked courage in broken souls. The woman's eyes shone, seeing a future less grim. Their story spread like wildfire, rebellion stirring in the frontier shadows. Hope clung to their names. Training ramped up fast. Nyara taught Aiden her race's tricks, breathing to push past fatigue, moves to endure long fights. Focus here, she said, tapping his chest. He mimicked her, lungs burning but stronger. Feels weird, he grinned, panting. Works, though, she smirked. Keep up, human. Their drills honed a deadly edge, bodies synced in purpose. Aiden mapped the forest on a cracked tablet. Choke points here and here, he said, marking ravines. Nyara nodded, pointing. Traps there. Slow 'em down. Their plan took shape, exploiting terrain. The refugees watched, learning fast. One, a wiry teen, rigged explosives. "Blow 'em sky high," he said, eyes bright. Aiden clapped his shoulder. "Good work." Tension thickened as night fell. A refugee scout slipped in, breathless. "They're close. Drop pods spotted." Aiden checked his rifle. Ammo low but ready. Nyara sharpened her blade, sparks flying. "How are you holding up?" he asked. She glanced over, eyes fierce. "Ready to end this." Her voice carried steel, but a flicker of doubt lingered. In a quiet moment, Nyara sat by the cave wall. Her armor gleamed faintly, patched but proud. "I was a fighter, alone," she said, voice soft. "Now, we're this." She gestured to him, the refugees. Aiden nodded, scar twitching. "Partners now, got your back." Her transformation shone clear, from lone survivor to guardian. Their bond was iron, unbreakable. The cave buzzed with prep. Rifles clicked, blades sharpened. Aiden checked the scanner, signals pulsing stronger. "They're moving in," he said, voice steady. Nyara stood, armor creaking. "We hit first. Hard." The refugees nodded, faces set. The teen clutched his explosives, eager. Aiden gripped his rifle tighter, heart steady but racing. The forest outside hummed, alive with threat. They moved to the cave mouth, stars piercing the sky. Nyara's senses caught distant rumbles, pods landing. Aiden scanned the horizon, jaw tight. "Here we go," he muttered. Nyara's blade hummed low, ready. The alliance stood firm, a mix of human and alien, united against the storm. Shadows shifted in the trees, predators closing in. Their fight loomed, a spark ready to ignite. The forest trembled as drop pods tore through the sky. 40 elite predator troops landed, their boots shaking the earth. Aiden crouched at the cave mouth, rifle steady. Nyara stood beside him, blade humming low. "Big party," he muttered, scanning the tree line. Her fuchsia eyes burned. "Let's crash it." The refugees clutched weapons, faces pale but set. Explosions echoed as pods cracked open, scattering armored hunters. The storm had broken. Aiden signaled the group. They slipped into the woods, shadows among shadows. Guerrilla tactics kicked in fast. Aiden aimed from a ridge, picking off a scout with a clean shot. The crack echoed, drowned by foliage bursting into flames. Nyara darted through trees, blade slicing a patrol's armor. "Keep moving," she hissed, dodging plasma bolts. Her speed was uncanny, weaving through chaos. The forest became a battlefield, alive with fire and screams. They hit and ran, thinning enemy ranks. A predator squad charged, rifles blazing. Aiden rolled behind a boulder, firing back. Two fell, visors shattered. "Nice aim," Nyara called, flipping a hunter over her shoulder. He grinned, reloading. "Learn from the best." Their synergy flowed, human precision meeting alien strength. Trees smoked, splintered by stray shots. Nyara targeted a command post, a glowing tent in the chaos. She sprinted, armor deflecting blasts. "Cover me," she shouted. Aiden nodded, sniping from above. His shots dropped two officers, their comms sparking out. Nyara breached the tent, blade-tearing consoles. Data chips spilled, plans exposed. "Got their playbook," she said, pocketing it. A blast grazed her arm, but she pushed on, relentless. The predators rallied, closing gaps. A squad breached their line, forcing a melee. Nyara roared, strength surging. She tackled three hunters, her blade a blur. One swung a rifle. She ducked, slicing his legs. Aiden fired from cover, shots precise but ammo low. "Running dry," he yelled. A refugee teen tossed him a clip, grinning fiercely. "Blow 'em up soon," he said, clutching explosives. Refugees joined the fray, turning the tide. The wiry teen lobbed grenades, crude but deadly. Blasts rocked the clearing, scattering predators. A woman with silver scales fired a scavenge rifle, her aim shaky but true. "For the camps," she screamed, hitting a hunter's chest. Their courage burned bright, fueled by Aiden and Nyara's stand. The forest blazed, chaos peaking. From a predator commander's view, the resistance was stunned. He watched from a ridge, visor scanning. The human-alien duo moved like a storm, unpredictable. Underestimated them, he growled into comms. His troops faltered, caught off guard. Nyara's ferocity shook him. Her survival was a flaw in their plans. Aiden's shots kept officers down, sowing disorder. The commander clenched his fist, rage building. Aiden took a hit, plasma grazing his side. Pain flared, but he gritted his teeth. "Not today," he muttered, recalling his vow to protect. He fired back, dropping another foe. Blood seeped through his jacket, but he stayed steady. Focus sharp. Nyara glanced over, concern flashing. "You good?" she called, slamming a hunter down. "Been worse," he shot back, smirking through the sting. Nyara pushed her limits, bio-enhanced speed kicking in. She blurred past a barrage, dodging bolts that scorched the ground. Her blade struck fast, cutting through armor like cloth. "Keep up, human," she taunted, but her eyes checked him. Worried, she vaulted over a fallen log, tackling a sniper. Her surge faded, but the damage was done. 5 predators down in seconds. The battle hit a fever pitch. Flames licked the trees, smoke choking the air. Aiden lobbed an EMP grenade, frying enemy comms. Static crackled, predators scrambling blind. Nyara carved through their ranks, armor scorched but holding. Refugees fought with scavenged gear, their shouts mixing with blasts. The teens' explosives rocked a pod, metal twisting in fire. "Hell yeah!" he cheered, fist raised. Aiden and Nyara fell back to a choke point, drawing predators in. The ravine narrowed, trapping their foes. "Now!" Aiden yelled. Refugees triggered traps. Logs swung, tripping hunters. Nyara leaped from above, blade flashing. Aiden fired, each shot counting. The enemy pushed hard, but their numbers dwindled. "We're holding!" Nyara shouted, voice fierce. Aiden nodded, sweat stinging his wound. The forest burned brighter, chaos swallowing the night. Predators pressed, relentless, but cracks showed in their line. Aiden's scanner beeped, more signals from orbit. "They're not done," he warned. Nyara's eyes blazed, unyielding. "Neither are we." Their alliance stood ironclad, refugees at their backs. The storm raged on, pushing them to the edge, but surrender wasn't an option. The forest burned, smoke curling thick. Aiden and Nyara fell back to the bunker, predators closing in. The heavy door slammed shut, muffling distant blasts. Inside, dim lights flickered, casting shadows. The predator leader loomed ahead, his augmented exosuit gleaming. His visor glowed red, voice cold. "You can't stop progress," he gestured to Nyara. "Her kind fuels our future." Aiden gripped his rifle, heart pounding. Nyara's blade hummed, her stance unyielding. The duel erupted fast. Nyara charged, blade clashing against the leader's armored fist. Sparks sprayed, metal screeching. She moved like lightning, dodging his powered strikes. "You killed my kin!" she roared, slashing his shoulder. The suit sparked but held. Aiden fired from the side, targeting joints. Bullets pinged off, but one hit a weak seam. "Keep at it!" he shouted, ducking a plasma bolt. Reinforcements poured in, boots thundering. The leader taunted, voice booming. "Your race died for science. Weak, all of them, except you." Nyara's eyes blazed, fury igniting. She lunged, blade carving a gash across his chest plate. He staggered, swinging wildly. Her armor took hits, scorched but intact. Aiden rolled to a new cover, firing steadily. "Eyes up, Nyara," he called, dropping a hunter at the door. The bunker shook, walls trembling from blasts outside. Refugees held the line beyond the door. Their shouts echoed, desperate but fierce. The silver-scaled woman fired scavenged rifles, her voice raw. "Push 'em back!" Grenades burst, shaking the ground. The wiry teen lobbed another, his face grim. "For the camps!" he yelled, blasting a predator squad. Their courage burned, fueled by the duo's defiance. The battle raged, no quarter given. From a young alien child's eyes hidden among refugees, the fight was mythic. Nyara's blade flashed like a star. Aiden's shot steady as hope. Fear gripped the child, but awe won out. Heroes stood tall against monsters, their stand a beacon. Freedom's cost sank deep, her small hands clutching a tattered cloak. Whispers of their names spread even here. Aiden spotted a blinking device on the leader's belt, a bioweapon bomb. His medic training screamed danger. "Nyara, cover me!" he yelled, diving for it. She spun, blade blocking a hunter's strike. Aiden slid under fire, fingers prying the casing. Wires glowed, pulsing red. "Tricky bastard," he muttered, recalling old field lessons. He snipped a lead, sweat beading. The timer froze, payload dead. Relief hit hard, but fighting roared on. Nyara pressed her attack, fury unchained. The leader's taunts fueled her. "You're nothing but a lab rat," he spat, swinging a powered fist. She dodged, blade slashing his visor. It cracked, revealing a scarred human face, twisted with hate. She froze a moment, then struck again. "For my clan." Her blow shattered the helmet, exposing his shock. He stumbled, suit sparking wildly. Aiden kept firing, ammo dangerously low. "We're thin," he called, dodging a blast. Nyara nodded, blade relentless. Hunters poured in, but refugees outside slowed them. A distant rumble grew, an orbital ship charging a strike. Aiden's scanner screamed warnings. "They're aiming high," he shouted, grabbing a predator's comm device. He hacked fast, fingers flying. "Gotta stop that beam." Nyara pinned the leader, blade at his throat. "Call it off," she growled. He laughed, blood dripping. Too late. Aiden's hack hit a firewall, code shifting. "Damn it, move faster," he muttered, sweat stinging his eyes. The ship's signal wavered, then cut. The strike fizzled, sky silent. He exhaled, fist clenched. "Got it!" The bunker quaked, final blast rocking the walls. Nyara drove her blade deep, the leader collapsing. His suit whirred, lifeless. Hunters faltered, leaderless. Aiden fired his last clip, dropping two more. Nyara spun, cutting through the rest. "Clear!" she shouted, voice raw but triumphant. The bunker fell quiet, smoke thick. Outside, refugees cheered, their line unbroken. Aiden slumped against a wall, wound aching. Nyara stood tall, blade dripping. Their eyes met, victory shared. The forest smoldered beyond, predators broken. But the fight wasn't over. Aiden checked the scanner. Faint signals lingered in orbit. "They'll regroup," he said, voice steady. Nyara nodded, wiping her blade. "Then we keep fighting." Their alliance burned bright, forged in the heart of conflict. The bunker held, a fragile fortress in a shattered world. Smoke lingered over the forest, dawn's light piercing the haze. Aiden stepped from the bunker, rifle slung low. Nyara followed, blade sheathed but ready. The battlefield stretched scarred, fallen predators, twisted metal from pods. Refugees moved among the wreckage, tending wounds with scavenged kits. A groan here, a quiet thanks there. Aiden knelt by a hurt refugee, his medic hands steady. "Easy now," he murmured, wrapping a gash. Nyara scanned the horizon, her fuchsia eyes alert. They destroyed the last data drives, stomping chips into dust. Flames licked the remnants, secrets vanishing in curls of black. "No more experiments," Nyara said, voice firm. Aiden nodded, wiping soot from his hands. "Ends here." The biostimulant knowledge died with the invaders, a quiet victory in the ruins. Refugees gathered, faces etched with fatigue but hope. The silver-scaled woman stepped forward. "We owe you everything." Her voice broke, eyes shining. Others murmured agreement, pledging aid. "We'll build something," a man said, gripping his rifle. "Guard the weak." Nyara met their gazes. "Together, then." A nascent organization took shape, bonds forming in the ashes. Aiden and Nyara stood aside, the sun warming their skin. He touched his scar, lighter now. "From hiding to this," he said softly. She glanced at him, purple skin glowing faintly. "United," she replied with a rare smile. Their growth echoed, solitary no more, defenders born from fire. The moment hung, unspoken depths lingering, plans unfolded quickly. The group sketched maps on a flat stone marking remote colonies. "Start small," Aiden said, pointing. 20 recruits, spread the word." Nyara nodded. "Hit their outposts next." Refugees added spots, voices eager. An alliance spanned the frontier, seeds of resistance planted deep. Nyara's wounds closed fast, her body mending symbolically. She flexed her arm, armor creaking. "Feels new," she muttered, eyes distant. Aiden watched, his own graze bandaged. Leader now, not runner. She met his gaze, nodding subtly. Her rebirth shone quiet, a warrior remade. Aiden felt guilt ease, like a weight lifting slowly. Purpose filled the void, rescuing others, fighting shadows. "This is it," he said, voice steady. Nyara clapped his shoulder. "About time." His commitment sealed, scars fading in meaning. The path ahead is clear. They boarded a captured shuttle, engines humming low. The craft lifted smoothly, forest shrinking below. Refugees waved from the ground, faces upturned. "Neutral outpost first," Aiden said at the controls. Nyara settled in, scanning stars. "Expand from there." The ship streaked into space, a new chapter unfolding. Echoes of their wind rippled through hidden channels, whispers in camps, signals in the void. Oppressed groups stirred, stories of the duo spreading. "They fought back," one refugee said in a distant bar. Hope kindled, small fires against the dark. In the vast universe, Aiden and Nyara embraced their roles. Protectors now, guardians of the fringe. Silent rebellions waited, justice their call. Stars stretched endlessly, battles unspoken but looming. Their shuttle vanished into the black, ready for what came next.